You, the Crimson Tide, hot off the heels of an infiltration mission, return to the Palace of Shadeside to rest in your quarters. You have collected evidence from the Vora clan mansion that you then presented as evidence to the Sultan for use in a whisper campaign that would discredit the Vora clan, weakening their influence in the process. After sharing your collected information, you left Shadeside in a rush, and you were suddenly pursued by the angered Vora clan raiders, picking up a new companion at the edge of the Sandskimmer port on the way out. Bearing with you Sudi's mother Khadija in an effort to protect her, you fled across the Dune Sea to both escape your pursuers and find the mysterious slavers that match the description of a Nephilim. After many different events in the Dune Sea, including a run-in with the spirits of the Spirit Sands, the destruction of 2 Vora Raider ships that had been pursuing you, and a passage through the Wormlands where you saw signs of a struggle and a toppled and split sand dune, you made your way through with this clever use of Limba's scrying magic to the eastern coast of the Serac Wastes. Passing through a rocky canyon known as the Sage Pass, you noticed a tripwire just a little bit too late and crashed your Sandskimmer ship, causing the volatile crystalline crystals on the hull to react violently, hurling you all from, wow, a massive explosion that alerted your observers to your presence. Slowly surrounded by Libetian crusaders, you, Lemba, attempted to aid your escape using a planar emblem, but failed as the emblem did not respond to your will. Surrounded and at spear point, you had very few options other than diplomacy, seeking to play nice with the crusaders for a time. Successful, it seems, in your diplomatic efforts, these crusaders took you to meet with the slavers, dubiously promising to safeguard your passage before ultimately delivering you to them, where you met Pegne, a Nephilim brute that served as the captain of the slavers. Through a deceptive performance and a promise at a beheading, you found your way to the outskirts of the Libetian keep, where they did battle with their captors, killing the slave kind of troops, with Pegne there later being slaughtered in the process. As she died, Pegne set off a blast of energy that led to the death of Sudi's mother, Khadija. Now, surrounding the corpse of the fallen Khadija, on the outskirts of this Libetian stronghold, what are you going to do?
Well, first of all, you want to
sure. Here, I'll grab a couple of them.
How far are we away from that, the name of that school we were trying to get to?
The Sandscape Repository.
Maybe,
I remembered.
Yes, Sandscape Repository. Which, for that matter, make an intelligence check, the both of you, Zill and X.
Right.
Zill, because you've kind of taken this path before.
11.
11? Alright. You aren't 100% sure, but you know it's along the eastern coast and along the eastern mountains.
What was it again?
Intelligence.
Oh, just straight intelligence?
Yep.
That is a 19.
19? You know that it is north of you by just slightly over a day. It would have been shorter, but you no longer have a ship.
There's a ship there, right? We just got off of a ship.
You got off of a ship.
Is there anyone on it?
Okay.
You haven't taken it,
No,
so I haven't.
we killed the people who were on it.
Oh, sweet.
But at this point, you're right next to a stronghold.
Yeah.
Are there things
That we would assume has people in it?
Maybe.
Monsters.
Are they watching us?
Making a perception check.
Me?
Yeah.
So we were on the ship of the Libet Empire people, right?
No, we were on the
You
slave.
were on the ship of the slavers.
How do I do this?
The slaves are still alive.
Perception is down there, so roll
We
a
have
dice and add that number.
You killed them.
You killed them,
But-
should be there. D20, yep, roll a
Got
D20 and then add that.
What
plus
happened with the
number
Libet
to it.
Empire, guys?
The Libet Empire has a
Yeah,
stronghold that you guys are standing
Total.
just outside at this point. Maybe like 10 to 20 yards away from it.
Didn't they come up to us and ask?
Yeah.
They dropped you off with Peg.
They put us on the slaver ship and told the slavers to take us away. They started driving it.
What'd you get?
Yeah, 12.
Oh, that's right.
12. You notice two things. You notice a lot of rapid movement along the edge of the stronghold's kind of front top walls, and the gate slowly beginning to opening.
Guys, we need to run.
Yeah.
We need
The
to
other
run.
thing that you notice is, well, let's do this. You notice the ship that's beside you starting to have a weird shimmer with its crystals. You can make an Arcana check.
I will take an Arcana. I will do Arcana.
Okay.
D20.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
16 plus 7.
25.
Yep. So there you go.
23. I can't do math. 23.
All right. So, what you start to pick up is crystalline crystals are extremely volatile.
Oh no. Wait.
Oh, no.
And unfortunately, Pegday blowed up,
So, it's
sending a highly charged blast of energy all across the area, including the ship. It's the thing that killed Khadija. It hurt all of you. You're not sure if this ship is even, like, roadworthy.
Okay, so... That being said, if it's shivering, we need to head away from the stronghold and get the fuck away from the ship.
So,
Hey.
I would like to quickly search Pegmay's body.
okay. Roll an investigation check.
It's probably good, actually.
Let's try and break. I dropped it. Let's use it. Oh my god, you are. No. Leave it. Saki. I rolled an 8.
You see a lot of blood, and because you killed her with an ice knife, lots of frozen blood
That
in
one a
shards.
20. Darn.
Doesn't mean you can't take her with you.
Drink the dead body.
That would be very hard to do that with myself.
It's the cost. You can take more time if you guys want to help and try to investigate. If you have something that you're looking for specifically,
Yes.
Okay.
I'm specifically looking for jewelry and jewels.
jewelry and jewels.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna ask you, can I see what else is around besides the stronghold and the ship?
Make a perception check. You guys are running out of time relatively quickly.
Okay, I'll take a look at her body too to help her
How
out.
many
Alright.
again?
Okay.
Great.
Investigation, right?
Who has the lowest
Investigate.
health?
20.
What I know has the lowest health.
That's nice. It's 9.
Let's see.
Got
What was-
20.
20?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's 9.
You don't see much. You see coastline and sand and a stronghold, and you see more and more people starting to get out and raise and crank the door open to the stronghold, with the
Okay.
portcullis rising as each moment comes by. Your attention keeps getting grabbed and pulled there. What you find is a section where, as you go to grab her and kind of flip her over, because she landed face first and got her head blown back, you see a massive spike of this ice that went straight through her chest, and you have to kind of her off of it and set her back to actually do any good investigating. You've been working around it, but now you're like, fuck it. Whoosh. You find within her possession, tucked into one of the very kind of snapshot pockets, a teardrop shaped gemstone.
That's exactly what I'm looking for.
I'm going to give it to her.
Thank you.
I have no idea what it is, and I just want to get the fuck
Okay,
out.
it's
So
in my hand.
The minute you touch it, it begins to sink into your hands,
Oh.
and you get an extremely uncomfortable chill.
Just toss it back. No, hold it.
Okay.
I don't like scoot over, like, put it in the pocket.
there you go.
Okay.
The chill remains
Wow.
while you're holding it. It doesn't matter. It just makes you. There's this malice and this cold anger to it.
Cool. That's not good.
Well,
Said we grab Grandma's body and get the fuck out of here.
All right.
Yes.
Who's taking Khadija?
Can we shrink her down?
Honestly, getting on the ship.
To make her fit in the bag of
Take her legs
holding?
off again.
We're not putting her out.
They're not putting for people sure in I pick her up.
You pick her
I
up.
pick up the limp
All right.
body. Are
You
we
are at
getting
half
on the
speed while you
ship?
carry her.
Roger. Okay,
Okay.
let's get on the ship, bitches.
So-
Are we getting on the ship?
Whoa,
Let's risk it. What else do we have?
We're getting on the ship.
Is it gonna try to outrun the people,
Yeah, that's true.
which isn't gonna
Based
go
on
well.
your check, you would know that you probably don't have enough time to sit and fix it. This is
Yeah.
the slowly spinning up reaction.
I am not gonna hop on the ship because you're gonna die. I don't know. Well,
I
fine.
feel like we're
What do you
gonna
guys do?
risk it, get on the ship. It's our fastest chance out of here.
Alright, let's go on the ship, boys. Let's go.
Okay. You all jump up on the ship and begin to make it go flying off. Where are you headed?
Towards the fucking.
If we need to go north.
way.
If we need to go north. That's where the school's at. We might
Right.
be able to find it.
You begin flying forward across the sands with this sand skimmer ship.
Isla.
Going forward as you start to hear horns in the distance from behind you.
Oh, cool.
Those are not good horns, guys. Those are battle horns.
Who's howling the ship? You are?
I got one of the sails. As I'm helping, hey guys, look at the sails for any more fucking purple.
True.
Who else?
Can I look at the front to see if there's any more tripwires?
Yeah, you can
In the
keep an eye
distance?
out. Make a perception check. Is anybody else? Who else is helping with the sails? We need 2 people for the sails.
I'll help with the sails.
You'll help with the sails.
Hey,
2
everyone
of you.
else, look at the sand.
Look at the sand.
13.
Keep an eye behind you. Anything like that.
What are your hit
13.
points?
Okay.
19.
19. 29.
25. I got 54 to 76.
Fuck you.
What are you?
I got 8.
Right. We're both at the lowest, so I'm gonna cast my 2 slots of Cure Wounds on me and her, so we can heal up because, oh my gosh, do we need healing?
Send it.
Yep.
So,
All right.
one, this is for you. You get to heal up 19 hit points. And this one is for me, and I get to heal up
All right.
16 hit points. Great, okay.
I'll also cast wood if healing wood.
All right. So,
Is that for all of us?
How
just
many people
one.
can I cast this on?
healing word is just 1 target,
Oh yeah, just one target.
but you can pick, and it can be yourself.
Who's the lowest health now?
I think now I'm
I'm at-
lowest.
Okay,
I'm at 19.
I'll use a lowest level healing wood on you. Excuse me. That's all I have.
All right.
And now,
So,
slightly under.
you guys are
3.
3,
No, 6.
6.
you guys are racing across the kind of edge of the desert. A bunch of you are leaning off the front of the vessel, trying to keep an eye out for any obstacles, blockages, anything. As you kind of look back over your shoulder, X, what you do see is figures making their way out very quickly and spreading out like a cloud around the front of this keep as you make your way away. You know, you're going pretty quickly. You caught the wind. It's going really well. But as these people begin to part, you see larger figures moving quickly, that 6 of them just, and they're coming out and they're chasing back down after you.
How far away are they?
Hey, Fox
At
Lady!
this point, they're probably about 500 feet away.
Okay.
Are they on a boat or just running?
Looking at them, make a perception check.
Can I make a
Do
position?
you have a glowing stick of incense or a vial with phosphorant material?
I don't have any good crafting
16?
stuff. Do you have any like rocks or anything I can throw at them?
What is my
Oh, not the rocks.
But a glowing stick. Does anybody have a glowing stick of incense? Do you have a X? Do you have a vial of phosphorant material in your bag? Anything that glows?
No.
15?
Maybe like
What you guys see
Eva.
is a tall, kind of lanky, large creature with its feet very rapidly picking up and moving as it chases very quickly after you, slowly gaining.
Okay. Are there any like cannonballs or anything on the sand? No.
There is not even really a ballista on this one. Some of them have been outfitted, but
Is
I
there
just need an object to throw. Is there any object?
I mean, I've got a firework. You want firework?
I can use an attack called catapult, so I can
Could
just like
I
60 feet.
use
It does a bunch of damage.
My vial of Medusa blood to cast. Where is it? To cast. Hypnotic pattern.
what are the components?
It says a glowing stick of incense or a crystal vial filled with phosphorant material.
No, Medusa blood is not phosphorant material. It's just blood.
I need incense.
You've got to buy your
No,
components, man.
I know.
they're almost to you.
How far away are they?
But at this point, they're probably about 200 feet away from you.
I'm still too far for any of my spells. I have fireworks. The best I can do.
And we're
ladies
not
and
going
gentlemen.
any faster.
No, this is about as fast as you're going. They're going faster than you.
Fuck.
So they're gaining.
They're gonna catch up.
I got Somnus Blast. I can do a Somnus Blast at them.
Whatever you want to do. Make the choice.
Somnus Blast?
Okay, yep, there you cast it. Alright, they get a save.
I'm casting it. What level? Third level.
3rd level, okay.
28.
Alright. So 28 damage, they get a save.
Dex
A
15.
dexterity save. Alright. That is a 9. This will be faster. That's my phone. It's not about my phone.
This music.
That's a 3.
I hate where this is going.
It's an 8. It's a 14. 11. It's a 10. A 13.
How many are there?
Way too many.
13. An 11. And a natural 1.
They all fail. They all fail.
Oh no.
So.
We're actually rolling that dice.
How
You
many
do
was
13,
that?
13.
Stop. Just let him have it. The next thing was 15. Don't argue with it.
15, and none of them succeeded. So, what you see as you turn and begin to cast this spell is large, lanky, feathered creatures with bright, armored crusaders, as you've seen them before, on their back, as they're riding war ostriches towards you.
And they're faster than
They are faster than your damage stance.
Okay.
They stumble for a second, and a few of them fall and hit the ground and roll and take a second to get back up, but they're back and they're running again. This didn't take any of them completely out of commission.
What?
Okay.
That's 28 damage then.
Yep. 28, they're hardier than that.
Keep going, boys. Do you think they're 200 feet behind us?
They're about 200 feet at this point. Some of them have fallen back more
Okay.
because they fell. Like 2 or 3 of them fell.
I'm gonna put this 150 feet behind us, so 50 feet from them. I'm gonna do plant growth.
Okay.
Blah blah blah. In an area, the 2 paths, blah blah blah. So it creates lots of plants. Any creature moving through the area must spend 4 feet of movement for every 1 foot it moves.
What's the casting time on that one? Is there an instantaneous
Do we
version?
still have
Yes,
that
it's
to do?
instantaneous.
Okay, good. I know there's a 24-hour version as well, but that'll work. So it takes a little bit of time, and as you watch these various desert kind of succulents and then cacti begin to rapidly grow right behind you, and you leave that patch behind, and these kind of ostriches end up going and running. How big is the area that it creates?
100-foot radius.
100-foot radius. All right.
Ooh, baby.
So the next 100 feet, they can only go a quarter of their speed.
They leap as far as they can, but land about 30 feet into that radius.
Ooh.
It takes them some time, but they've been slowed down.
Yes.
Well, considering we're about to be in battle, I'm gonna use Cure Wounds on myself.
Atta girl.
All right.
Smart.
Okay.
They're slowly catching up.
I'd
At about this point, they're about, on average, from them, about 300 feet away.
It might not help, but I'd like to cast Minor Illusion.
Okay.
I'd like to cast it 30 feet behind us.
Okay.
And I'd like it to be a Minor Illusion. It's in a 5-foot cube, but a sand twister.
Okay. A very, very minor whirling dervish.
Yeah,
Okay.
just something.
All right. Yeah. None of them could roll above even a 12. So they're all concerned, as far as they're concerned, it's real.
Great.
They can't inherently spot that it's an illusion, at the very least. So,
Perfect.
next round, at this point, they're making their way through. They're about 150 or so feet away from you.
Can anyone launch?
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Let's see. Is there any way we could take one of the unstable crystals, throw it 150 feet, and then shoot it with something?
Give it a shot.
Our boat's gonna go.
Oh, it's gonna fall over? Oh,
Yeah, like the boat floats because it is crystal.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know.
Yeah.
We're on top of
Never
the
mind.
boat. Can I cast slow?
What's the range for slow? They're about 150 feet away.
100.
Okay.
I'll save it.
They're like almost out of it.
I'll save it.
I'll draw 2 cards from the deck of illusions and throw it behind us.
All right.
I throw the cards, and we get Young Monarch Dragon.
That you do.
And,
Does it have multiples?
yeah.
So you roll.
Oh,
It's like a D4, and then it tells you which one it is.
and They suck you guys.
I'm glad I made it. That's great.
All those cards behind me as we're speeding away.
So you throw these cards and they flutter in the wind as they go and land maybe about 20 or 30 feet away from you.
Yeah.
What you all see is rising from the sand a red, sharp-nailed arm and another arm, and then she pushes herself up as this succubus with wings kind of billowing in the wind and then picking up into the air, just kind of emerges from the desert and faces back towards these people, who a few of them stop, especially as another set of arms, dark, black-scaled, reptilian draconic arms emerge from the sand and just pull it apart. What you see, make a Arcana check, anybody that would like to.
Ooh, 4, ladies and gentlemen.
4.
I use the
You
cards,
would.
but I'm not good at magic. I got 19.
Well, you would actually have advantage on
Oh, would
this.
I?
Yes, you would.
Oh, wow.
What'd you get?
19.
19?
Hey, 19!
14? Hey,
Are
sweet.
we all
Okay.
rolling, or was
You
If you
can,
want to.
if you would like.
15.
I know mine's be bad, so
Okay.
I do roll.
As I say, those of you that rolled above a 15, you know that this is a succubus, right? The other one, you with the 19, it was like a 17 to a 20 is the DC, is a monarch dragon, which is a highly reclusive kind of dragon that has dark scales and monarch wings, almost like a butterfly, the monarch butterfly.
Okay,
And it
well,
rises from the sand and has its tail whipped forward with this vicious-looking stinger as it begins to defend itself from this onslaught of people coming. We'll say 3 of them at this point are close enough to actually spot too much. Natural 20. Okay, so 3 people see it all happen and kind of hesitate for a second, as one of their other 4th ones comes running straight through their group and through the illusions. They're getting closer. At this point, they are about, let's say, given their speed and the fact that they can dash and you can't. Yeah, no, as they come sprinting forward, these war ostriches leap. They have barding on it. You cast slow. What's their
Are they
save?
close enough?
Yeah, they're
How far?
about to jump onto your
I
ship.
can
Remember your catapult?
They're
And
pouncing on you guys.
I cast low.
Like
Wisdom
raptors.
15.
that's nice.
15.
Okay.
Oop, 19. So there's 1, 18, 18,
Oh my gosh.
3, 13. Okay. So we have 13 plus nothing. So 2 of them save and are not slowed. And the other ones continue to fall slowly and then land and are running slowly as they try to keep up, but they're not really being successful. They're still on the heels of the ship based on their jump and the speed that way, but they are not actually making it onto the ship. 2 of them, though, are jumping for UX, and one of the people that's manning the sails, that would be Vix or Serenity.
Okay.
So
Oh.
I would like both of you to roll a d20 for me.
With the initiative or
Not
just
you.
Nope,
Not
just
you.
wait.
Yeah.
I got 14.
For sure
14,
someone is hitting you.
Yeah,
11?
It's
14, you're getting the pounce.
Okay. So I have time to cast catapult and catapult with my crowbars at him.
Sure, sure. Roll, go
Nice.
for it. 'Cause this could save you.
I'd like to
Okay.
drop my sword.
Yep, yeah, you can draw your sword, you just no longer have control of the ship.
I do. I can steal with one hand, bitch.
Not effectively.
It's 27 bludgeoning damage.
27. That kills it. So you see this thing come pouncing
like
up at you, and you go,
it's like
boom, and you just stab it straight through the war ostrich's head as it goes,
With the crowbar.
and just falls, and lands kind of halfway on you, and then stumbles a few steps and falls to the side as the crusader jumps off and turns to face you.
Oh fuck.
At about this point, you start to hear a high-pitched whine.
Oh shoot, I'm gonna jump off the ship.
Yeah. I would like all of you to make dexterity saves.
Oh, Right from the ship?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, my dex is good because I'm a performer. Thank
Who are you
goodness.
grabbing the bottom? Jimmy's mom. Oh, thank you.
You've been carrying her,
Well, I set her
and then
down.
also managing
Like,
the ship.
I set her down when I started steering, so I pick her back up.
A deck saving? Oh, God.
If I roll an 18, is it a 20?
Alright.
Dex?
Wait, a saving throw?
Yes.
Oh, then I rolled a 22.
Okay,
Alright.
14.
Okay.
If we're jumping, as I see other people jumping off the ship, can I fly off of the ship?
Sure, if
Great.
you want. It's a DC 15, so you got a 18.
22.
22.
Saving throw, I get
Yep.
higher
So you get a
dex.
bonus on it. What you got?
Oh, I got an 8.
An 8. Okay.
Really
14.
bad.
A what?
14.
14. Okay.
26.
26. So you take no damage.
Thank you.
And you don't take any damage either because evasion. Zill?
I also
Nope. Okay.
It was a nat 1.
Nat 1.
Oh, yeah, it was a nat 1. It's not gonna go well for Zill.
That's really bad.
Thank you for
That's
that.
really bad.
Zill's not gonna do so good, and he's a
what you
rabbit.
got?
How can he not jump?
yeah, jump at the
14.
wrong time.
All right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Well, it's less getting away from the ship versus avoiding the brunt of the energy shockwave. That's
Yeah,
going to be happening.
We may all.
Not them.
Okay. Wait, all right.
We don't have healing magic or flying.
I think the only people that succeeded are the people that have evasion.
Yup.
Yeah.
You don't take any damage.
Yay.
You would have been taking 18,
Oh.
but you're not taking it because you would just get rid of it.
But I
So that's 36 points of fucking
Oh,
lightning damage
dirty.
to everybody.
I'm down.
I might have healed myself earlier.
Yeah, so you guys are still okay. Everybody else
At least
is
if
unconscious.
if it was-
Am I correct?
yeah. If it was
4, so you're still conscious.
60, I would have died.
Yeah. These are highly explosive crystals. Yeah.
Alright, Claire, do you have healing powers of any sort?
I can think I can use
So,
a level
what
2.
you see,
alive.
I can
what
use
you
level
got
2.
How
Yeah.
Let him talk.
let's see. Let me get into
I got
Studio
healing
sheet here
powers.
so that
You're
I can do it.
unconscious
But I'm
though.
unconscious.
Do you have any healing abilities?
Wait,
So-
who needs to be healed?
Everyone!
These guys, but hold
Oh,
on.
look, I used it 3 times.
Hold on, let's find out. Let's
So-
find out about Sudi. Hold on.
I'm waiting for her sheet to load. In the
Okay.
process, though, what you all see before most of you fall to unconsciousness is blasts of electricity that arc towards you, and you're like, fuck! And they just come and they arc through you and everybody else around you. You guys
Ostrich boy took damage, right? Too?
Oh, yes.
Is Ostrich boy dead?
All of the ostrich boys
Oh,
and the crusaders have been electrocuted to shit. You watch basically what is a high-level chain lightning spell
okay.
just fucking obliterate all of them.
Okay.
They are scorched piles of smoking feathers, horsehair manes on their helmets, and flesh as you see you land. Make an acrobatics check for the both of you that have evasion.
What is this? Is this also a dex saving throw?
Acrobatics just as a skill.
Oh, this is a skill.
I want to see how cool your landing is.
This is not gonna.
Mine's a 7.
A 7?
Ooh, I got a 7.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh.
Oh,
Snooty rolled a 0. Natural 1 minus 1. So she is unconscious.
Oh no! Okay, alright. So Sudi's unconscious.
So,
nice.
at this point, what you see is people landing. Based on your landing, you land okay on your feet, still holding Khadija, as a crusader and an ostrich just right next to you, smoking still, as this one guy goes, and his hand falls. And you turn as you say, it smells like chicken, and you see Zil face down, unconscious, with his tail smoking in the sand.
Alright.
I'm just gonna like there, like oh.
I don't want to know the answer, but I'm gonna ask it because I'm a fair player.
Yep.
Because, like, was 36 with the crit? Or did the crit add more damage?
The crit doesn't add any more.
Okay, no, okay. I just wanted to know if
It's
it
just,
did.
it's just you failed.
Okay.
You
And there
Well, I
wasn't
get
a
XP for
chance
that, so
you-
write that down.
And Sudi gets XP for that because she rolled a natural 1 -1.
So I look over at Celeste and Vix and I go, hey, pull everyone that we care about over here into the center. You guys work on healing. I'll fend off anyone else that's fucking coming at us.
Hold on.
Like a
I
perception
have a question.
Yes.
So what is the status of the boat? And then also, where the fuck am I in accordance to everybody? And,
The status of the boat and the relativity of you to the boat is all over the place. There are bits and pieces. You look over to one side and there is a crusader, and you immediately turn like this, just walking sideways, and he turns, and half of his head is missing. One of the masts just cleaves straight through at high speed. And he just kind of falls to his knees and gurgles out.
Beautiful. I rolled a 19 for perception.
There doesn't seem to be anybody else capable of pursuing.
Excellent.
Because you see people way back there that are slowly making their way towards you, you know, as fast as their little feetsies can carry them. But, like, you know.
There's also those illusions they're still dealing with back there, too.
Yeah, they may not.
Yeah.
And the
so,
plans and all that, so they're good for a little bit. All right.
At this point, what you have from where you are is a relatively narrow spit of land from where there's these mountains and then coastline.
I'd really be on the coastline with my mountains again.
Alright. Start dragging everyone to the center. Start healing.
Where am I in
You
relation
heal.
to everyone? You never said
Oh, sorry.
All of
You
them
are,
are dead.
at this
Okay.
point, you are all kind of in a loose cluster at the center of
I
what
can do it
effectively is a
Also,
free.
whoever has healing that's
Yeah.
ability.
I have
We all have
boots.
Yeah.
All of us
Yeah,
that heal
but
who are
they
down,
wouldn't
Claire
know
is going to
who can
keep.
heal.
It doesn't
Okay.
matter who you heal.
Right.
Yes,
It's
I'm gonna
almost
start over because I have no.
In the center
we
of this
just heal each
crater
other in
is
front of each other.
immediately fused
Big
sand
says-
to make shards of
Thanks to in your own space, you kind of like think
That's how
about.
powerful
Bench
this
mark
explosion.
Okay, got you.
Okay. How many you got me
So,
for?
yeah.
Okay, I have another
It's just
question.
every
You had
here and there
two
of
for
this
12.
fits. Yes.
Full enough?
I have lay on hands.
Okay, so
Yes, yeah.
can you please explain how that
So
works?
you can touch a creature and decide to give them any number of those hit points as like an action.
No, but like.
So if you say you only deserve 1, boop, then you
So
give
I
them both.
decide how much they get?
Yes.
Are you sure? That
Yeah.
seems
Yes.
No, you
Oh,
decide.
that's definitely how we
Because
do
you
it.
can choose to
five. I
spend.
have like 5 squares per line.
Yeah, and it goes up 5 more per level. The
I can use it
idea
once
is that
more,
if
but
you
I'm only
really
at
need to
4
keep
right
somebody
now.
at
What
fight,
do
you
you
can
guys?
walk up to them and be
Well,
like,
they both have
25 hit
healing
points.
spells, so
Switch
it's
them
like.
now.
Really? It's
Okay,
like
so
any
you can
number
do it
of
from the other one
HP
down.
points.
I got
that
you.
you-
Yep, and so what you can
They
choose to
can
do
get
is
us
neutralize
I'll
that or
heal.
poison by spending
I'll
5
heal
hit
the rabbit
points.
man.
Okay, I'll use less one myself.
That's the
Oh, if I wanted.
But all you need to do is give hit points. Boom.
Or if like we needed to like bring someone with us that was a bad guy and they got knocked out, you could give them
Nine.
1 to just keep them alive.
Nine.
Alright, this is taking long enough. All of you that are unconscious, make a death save.
Nope, we're woken up. Nope,
She woke us up.
Claire woke up,
Yeah, I got
Serenity,
her.
and Lemba, and
The
only
Serenity
one-
just woke up still.
The only one
Okay.
still out is Shooty.
Okay.
We're getting there.
So then,
Somebody can make it
Sudi's gonna make a death save. Let's
Yeah.
see.
Who can heal Sudi?
Here,
Oh,
you wanna
Sudi.
roll?
I think I can.
I can
If
heal
my
her?
pace
That's
was
much better.
Oh, do you have a
Well,
limit
hold
on
on, hold
those?
on.
15, that's a success.
I did levels.
Okay.
So
So
hold on.
she succeeds on her first
Oh,
thing.
hold on. She succeeds.
It says you have a pool of healing power that can restore 5 hit points. So I can't do any
Up,
number.
no,
I
up
can
to
only do
5
five.
hit points.
Yeah, okay.
You have 5 hit points, but you can pick any number. You can walk around and boot people for 1 hit point.
Okay.
Oh,
I give you 8. Oh, you gave me 8? Oh, thank you.
Alright.
okay.
What's your guys'
I
plan?
feel so
Well,
unnecessary, but I
it's up to
appreciate
Sudi.
it.
Yeah, Sudi's succeeded on her death saving. Yeah, but did someone wake her up?
I give her 5 hit points.
Okay.
You give her 5 hit points
I'm going
as she
to-
goes.
So Sudi's not dead?
No,
No.
she's
Thank God.
okay.
Yeah, I just gave her 5 hit points. So yeah, she's alive.
Okay.
Thank goodness.
So she's okay, but she is frazzled just about as crazily as all of you probably are at this point.
Yeah.
What are you doing as you're still being pursued?
Who's fucking other than me? Who has the highest strength?
I suck.
I have 13. I have +0, so it's
So
not me.
my strength, like my strength itself is a 15.
Oh,
Who has the next highest strength?
what is?
Mine is 10.
10. Claire.
I have 13.
13. Rachel has 10. Rafi, what do you have?
11.
Wait, what is strength?
It's
It's
One of your
top.
mains.
It's very
One of
top.
the main
Oh,
ones.
12.
Well, alright. I look over at Vix and I go, Vix, come help me. And I take the rope and my robe out of my cap. And I make like a little like stretcher basically.
Okay, make a survival check.
So
All right.
With the dirty 22.
As quickly as you can, you make what is effectively a harness that you put around your shoulders. And are you doing this for Khadija?
Yeah, for kind of interrupts. So it was more like Vix than I. So like
Yep.
we each have a rope that goes around and we drag her across the
Yep. So you each kind of have a backpack strap for both of your shoulders, and then Vix, right? Vix has a backpack strap as well that each one connects to another effectively backpack strap that you just drag her as a harness.
We fucking run.
You are going.
Let's go, boys.
It's oddly macabre, and Sudi is not okay with it at first because her mom is going over the stand
Hold on,
as you go.
We are running.
You
Babe,
are
we are running.
sprinting away.
Let us have
We don't have time.
Giant eagle.
Giant eagle.
And then I'm just gonna pick her up. You have to pick.
I'm gonna pick up.
You-
Well, I'm just gonna pick up.
There's
X.
3 of us.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick up X and Vix, and you have her in between.
No, she's like sitting on a stretcher that we're
Yeah.
taking across the
Oh,
stand.
I thought you were like
So you,
that.
with a very simple rope process, you basically tie backpack straps that
Yeah.
connect. So you've created, if you do let her pick you up, a Newton's cradle of people.
Yeah. Pretty much.
I don't feel comfortable picking her mother up into the sky, not secure.
Well, she is secured. She's tied into a harness around like her chest, like a hiking backpack.
Oh.
But she's
Okay.
dead. So,
She's
but she's that guy from like that Kids Play Place video where they're going along the track with the thing and they're like boom.
Yeah, it is true.
So she's doing that and Sudi's running like that is fucked up.
I don't care. I'm trying to save her. I'm picking up. We're flying. It's happening.
You can
Right.
see everybody else.
Why that factor? She's running behind us. Another cookie.
I've had like standing support.
All of you that are moving at this point at half speed over difficult terrain of these up and down sand dunes, and you are getting fucking exhausted in the process.
Oh god!
Yep. Yeah, make a perception check.
Anything that we can just fucking camp for the night at?
Yeah, give it a shot.
Almost night.
Got 17.
17. All right.
Perception's 11 plus.
If it's perception, then I also got a 17.
17. What you see is an open coastline with what is now a ship slowly making its way along the coastline. And then a mountain wall of this kind of desert stone along the side over to what is effectively your left if you're heading north. It is uncomfortable, but slowly the sun begins to set over this next time. You can see it slowly coming down. What are you guys gonna do? Just gonna keep running, or?
Well, I was trying to see if there was an outcropping of rocks that we could stay at to like hide and stuff.
There
That's what I was
are.
looking for.
There are, if you can try to find some.
Well, that's what my perception check was.
Yes. There are if you can go and make it, but you don't know if there's anybody in there or anything else. You don't know anything other than there's an outcropping, and you can choose to go there if you want.
Should we send someone to scout?
It's up to you. It's effectively a
I'm gonna
15-foot cliff.
I'm gonna fly closer to it, and I have keen sight.
All right.
There's an eagle. That's a nat 20.
All right.
That's with all the
Plus with whatever the fucking eagle has.
Works for me.
Like a 2, so that's a 22.
All right. You go and you see it's effectively what is a 15-foot rough cliff that then plateaus out at the base of where the mountain really starts. It's like the edge of a sandbox. So it's all the rough sandstone and then desert sand to coastline water. And so if you guys can effectively get 15 feet up, you maybe get to that top plateau cliff area.
I'm gonna drop off the people carrying. I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna.
I was gonna say, you can pick us up.
Wrap them up.
All right.
Slowly
So you
lift
go and
everybody.
very quickly
Remember the
drop
conveyor belt.
Vix and X and Khadija, who just kind of goes,
It's in the heart.
and the rest of you guys land and very quickly begin to make your way kind of off to the side as far back from the edge of the cliff as you can, trying to get out of sight from anyone that might be pursuing, as a giant eagle sets you down, turns and looks at you before diving down off the edge of the cliff, hanging low to the sand, and just grabs who? Who you grab next?
Next, I'm gonna grab the people I know who went down today. So I'm gonna grab Jill and Sudi next.
Okay. So Zil and Sudi. Sudi just is running head down and looks up just in time for you to go, boosh, and just take her. And you She goes, oh, you knock the wind out of her as you
By the
go.
way, with my big giant like feet paws, like I'm
Oh
just
my
like
God.
I'm just going ham.
Yeah,
You're just fully that way. As you pick them both up and
Oh my
make a
God.
wide wheeling shot, you see probably 500 to almost 1,000 feet away, the soldiers beginning to slowly make their way on foot towards where your group was for the crater. And you see 2 or 3 of them that had made it ahead are contending with a monarch dragon and a succubus. Most of them are surrounding the succubus because nobody wants to fight the dragon.
Are we all on the rock now?
Not
No.
quite.
We got one more trick.
You and Celeste.
Okay.
There you go. What you end up doing is you drop them off and you all land and join with the rest of everybody else. Sudi immediately goes and tries to tend to her mother as much as she can, kind of doing what is effectively useless battlefield triage. Not helping.
Are we far enough
She's
to...
gone. You turn around and go and get everybody else.
Yep.
In the process, you make a perception check.
Ooh. Oh, well, that's a 19, so 21.
There you go. In the process of swooping low to grab them, you end up kicking up a different patch of sand from a sand dune on your first pass. And you pass through it again, and you see a blonde woman half buried in the sand. Just unconscious, half buried in the sand, with her hair now exposed and blowing in the wind.
I'm gonna pick up my friend. Because I still have 2 friends down
Oh,
here.
yeah, that's fine. You see her.
And then I'm gonna go back.
So she comes by and she grabs you guys and basically flies you straight up this cliff, 15 feet up what was this rough bouldering wall, and then drops you like onto the sandstone.
The soldiers are still fairly far away.
They're still pretty far.
I'm gonna go back and get the woman.
You're gonna go back as a giant eagle?
Yeah.
Okay, so you go back as a giant eagle and you land. Little person, you know, giant eagle, little person, by relative size. Seems to be like she's a normal human-sized creature. You're just bigger, and eagles are not known for their digging prowess. So she is buried with like this half of her face exposed, like just along her nose.
Dig into where I would imagine her body is and just grab like a,
Oh, like a claw, like a
and then
gator
hopefully
claw.
don't puncture her organs in
Yeah.
the process.
Well,
Okay.
don't give a wide bird. They got a big claw.
All right. You end up succeeding in pulling this woman out of the sand, and she lays there limp in your grasp as you fly back up and meet up with the rest of your group. You land with her, just kind of set her down and then land.
Who is this?
No, I'm the eagle. Is she breathing?
Is she breathing? Make a medicine check.
Is she alive? What is the situation of this woman? Medicine check. Okay. Well, let's do this dice. You've been doing good. Ooh.
Oh, okay.
You can do good.
13?
13? It's hard to tell at first, but she is breathing very shallow.
Okay, heal. I can do this. Let's do just a nice little second level healing word.
Yeah.
Should we probably not look at...
Where did you find
Last
this
time.
woman?
Oh, I should get in my
Did
second.
this, was she blasted from the ship explosion?
That's 11.
This is probably after about 30 minutes of straight running, so you are far enough away from the explosion that she wouldn't have been a part of it.
Mhm.
She was also like fully buried in the sand until she went over and exposed
Can I
her.
search her body?
And she's coming to
Her
consciousness.
profession?
Oh,
Make an investigation check.
Off of her in case she tries
I'm
anything.
preparing. Spell.
Yeah. You okay? Make an investigation check.
Sorry, math's hard. It is a dirty 21.
All right. You can see that she doesn't seem to have any weapons.
Okay.
That's the upside. If you're looking specifically for weapons, she doesn't have any.
She has clothes, right?
Yes.
Yeah, what does she look like? Is there
Uh,
real sense for magical
She
power?
is a kind of long-haired, blonde-haired woman wearing red and whitish colored robes. at this point. Make a history check if you would like, since you're doing the inspection.
Does she look human?
Good, but that's an 11.
In 11, it's really hard to tell because you never
Yeah.
really got out of the house.
They help her out.
That
That makes sense.
What?
They help her out.
I mean, at this point, she's been healed,
Oh.
and she kind of immediately starts. Her hand is still like caked in the sand, and she starts reaching out and speaking Libetian.
Oh, we don't.
well.
Did anybody speak that?
That is anybody? I mean, Dick, but not me.
Was
What about
Sudi
Sudi?
Nope.
Oh, I have comprehend languages for the duration.
Oh, that's good.
1 hour. I can understand the literal meaning of any spoken language I hear.
Oh,
Or anything I see.
that's awesome.
Yeah, you want to cast it?
Sure.
All right.
Let's see if I have a small slot first.
Yep.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
What?
check the slot and the components. I think you're probably okay.
I did.
What did it say to me?
I need a pinch of soot and salt. I'm gonna have that.
You have plenty of soot all over you,
Oh, okay.
and salt is probably not too hard to come by,
I
even
can
on your
fucking make
boots.
salt.
Yeah, even on your boots from your time going through the sand sea that's around the shade side area. So I'll allow you to cast it that way. What you get is her begging for water.
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
Does anyone have a cup? Or something like an empty bottle?
I mean, I assume we have.
I have glass vials that are empty.
A lot
mean,
of
I
your
can make
guys'
water.
water skins, unless you've repaired them, have been burned through by acid after
That's
traveling
right,
through the water
those are
movements.
worse.
Fair.
I mean, I could try making water again.
If you want.
Yeah.
Okay,
think that's our
I'll
only
make
choice.
I'll make some water.
All right. What container do you want to use?
The vial or some sort
Like a little vial.
Anything-
a little
anything.
vial, and go here.
you have.
Do we
Little
have
shot.
someone have like a cup and a bag of holding
Yeah,
somewhere?
you would all at this point have basic cups and things. So I'll
I could
let
just
you
make a
make
barrel
the cup.
appear again and we could all just dunk for apples.
Dug for apples at the edge of the
Can I
desert.
use my tools to make a cup out of stone?
I mean, I won't even make you make it. You guys would have these things as people that are traveling. So you make a glass of water. It's nice and cool and refreshing, and she takes it and immediately starts drinking it like way too fast. And then stops, and kind of you're at this point on this plateau area, and sitting up along the side where the mountain begins to pick up until she finds the rock and kind of pulls herself there and sits up against it to drink this water. The rest of you, depending on what you want to do, are keeping an eye out. There are people that are swarming the desert below and spreading out over time around the illusion to search. They're looking for you.
I can
That's
cast see.
nice.
Yeah?
They can't see us from that far up, can they?
They get close enough and they have dark vision, they could if we're
I'll
not
I'll
being
cast
careful.
see.
Well, can we back up against? 'cause
Yeah,
one is
if
cliff, right?
you
So
go
we
as far
up
back as you
against-
can, you can try to avoid it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying there's no guarantee they might climb the cliff.
I mean,
So
if it looks like they're getting closer, I can just cast seeming and
What is
disguise.
seeming?
It's kind of like an illusionary disguise for all of us.
Oh, the
And
thing
then
that
you
makes
can
us
decide
turn
what
into
you-
rocks, basically.
Yep.
Yeah, she can create whatever illusion she wants.
That's cool.
this woman starts to turn to you. You were doing a medicine check and you've healed her.
Yeah, I'm like
You gave her
right
water,
next
and she's trying to get either of your attention and speaking to you in what is for you a completely foreign language that you don't understand.
Okay, so I'm gonna act like
What
the
you
interpreter.
understand is, who are you? Do you speak? Say something.
No habla.
Yeah.
Oh, so I can comprehend it, but I can't speak it.
You can comprehend it, but you can't speak it.
So,
But
would
the minute that you
they-
turn and say that to say, oh, she's saying this, she switches to common.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
yes. Okay. I was gonna say, thank gosh she knows common.
Who are you?
You wanted
Being hunted, I understand. I found you in the sand unconscious. Please.
You have water and they're being hunted?
We are, but
We're being hunted, but we found you. And you look dead, so we tried to save you.
Oh. I would like some. So you give her some more water and she keeps drinking it. Who are all of you?
Thanks.
We are the Crimson Tide.
I don't know what that means.
It's okay.
Adventurers, we just go into the repository. It's not that important.
And who are you hunted by?
Men with ostriches.
No, sure. They just don't like that we passed by their tent or whatever.
I appreciate your help. I am Dynix. I'm a refugee scholar from the Libet Empire. Around now is when you notice that she has a holy symbol on.
Oh. What holy symbol?
Do we
Make
recognize
a religion.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I'm not good at those.
Oopsies.
Oh, 19.
That's a 14. I got a 5.
I got a 5 too.
12.
You guys aren't sure for the most part.
I got a butterscotch. I got a stickers.
Yeah.
I have to.
It's for the most part you recognize it to some degree, because you traveled with someone that had this holy symbol. This is a dark kind of black iron quill, is what it looks like, and you recognize it as the same holy symbol that Flawed used to wear.
Oh, shit. How do you spell her name?
Dynix, Dynix. I was spending some time doing some research at the repository when it came under siege. I was able to escape without losing quite a bit of my artifacts, but what meager powers I do have allowed me to make my way out here. That was when I learned that I had not run nearly far enough to escape home. I've learned the difference of triadic doctrine compared to what is truth, and my research has been being looked at and used as a means of gaining power. I don't think I can allow them to gain the information on the stones that I seek, but I do need to find a means of escape and protection. I was hoping to escape across the Dune Sea and find my way to another nation, or to hide in Shadeside somewhere.
We could probably help with that at some point. We've been across the sea from another nation.
Would be helpful.
You said the repository came under attack. Which repository?
The Sands Keep.
Maybe we don't want to go there anymore, right? You know who attacked it?
Well, the Libetian Empire's Crusaders have taken ownership of it as they collect slaves from all across the world, as far as I've known.
We super don't want to go there, friend.
Isn't that the slave traders we have to kill, though?
We already
We
killed
already
their
killed
dad.
them.
We killed probably one of their captains.
You have killed one of their teams?
Mm-hmm.
You have won a battle, but you have not won the war.
Oh, okay, cool.
We're getting there.
I'm sorry, I forget myself. I am a loyal follower of the mistress. I realize I'm sharing too much. I'm sorry. I appreciate all of your concern and the care that you have given, but I must have assurances. How am I to know that you will not use my information against me?
Yeah, we just saved you.
Well, you said you wanted to go hide in Shadeside, right?
Yes.
We may or may not have a little bit of in with Sultan.
Make a persuasion check.
Why not have advantage because it's true?
We may or may not have.
You just get to make a persuasion versus deception check.
Oh, man. That's an 8.
An 8. She looks you up and down.
I'm gonna look too bright right now.
I've never heard of the Crimson Tide. I do not know whether they would have any influence. I mean no offense, but I must... We have things that we can offer to each other. Information is valuable. I can provide you with more insights on this Libetian incursion. Even offer you a safe place to rest. But I need to know that I am safe.
I don't know if it helps, but they just met me. Was a few days ago.
I figured we could
But I'm still here, so.
Today, and now they've been nothing but kind to me.
I mean, I can cast a zone of truth and we can just talk.
Yeah, what do you want to know?
I need to know that I will be protected.
Of course.
I have a means of power.
Can you heal?
To some degree.
We don't need healing, we need resurrection.
Can you resurrect?
So Thijire has been near you.
Yes.
She kind of looks over at Khadija. I could help with this.
You save her. No harm will come. We will take you wherever you want.
Make a persuasion check.
That is a 22.
Nice!
Nice!
I could offer this service, but as I'm sure you could be aware, I have goals of my own.
Which are?
Perhaps I can tell you.
She doesn't.
I will offer you this. For 24 hours, I can provide us a place to stay that will ensure our safety from any prying eyes. From there, we can discuss further deals.
What do you want in return for the 24 hours of no prying eyes?
I would wish simply that I not be harmed, and that I have a chance to ask you, the world-weary, the road-spent individuals, if you have come across any of the subjects of my research.
Sounds fair.
I kind of look at the group. What does everyone think?
Zill's been passed out so because he's only at 9 hit points, so he's been sleeping this whole time. And he got up.
Snoring loudly against a rock.
Sounds pretty fair.
Just legs spread, arm over a rock, just loud snoring.
Someone smell the pip so we don't get caught.
Anyone else have objections
Pick
to
up a
that?
rock instead of a
I'll just
pillow.
take my challenge, shove it in his face.
Perfect. Yeah. Deal.
Deal?
Deal.
She holds her hand out. And we have an accord. And she
Oh my
is-
gosh, with music!
Would you like to do like
As you, yeah, the beast fest. As she shakes your hand and lets it go, she kind of smiles. I suppose here is as good as anywhere. And then snaps her fingers, and a large dome of energy protects and surrounds all of you. You can see outside. It is cool, almost like having AC after the desert air. It's nice. And slowly arising from the sand beneath are a number of different cushions and a side
Wait,
table
what's this spell
and
called
a
again?
glass
It's just
for a
tiny
chalice. Make an Arcana check.
This has to be Tiny Hut.
Excuse me, Omen's tiny hut. It's not 20.
And that's 20.
Give
I
me the
would
point.
mark it. It appears to be Layman's tiny hut, but
Cool.
Layman's tiny hut doesn't produce anything else with inside.
It's
So
just a
she seems to be
version
doing.
The nation 9 inside a tower of 9.
But she's doing something, and it's magic, and you can definitely tell. And it seems like a weird mix because she is creating both the space, and she is creating cushions and linens and side tables with different chalices and other things, and a chair that she has moved and now taken a seat in after standing and brushing off all of her clothes, kind of getting all the sand off of her robes. Well then, I suppose for the next 24 hours, Should you have use of it, we have a safe place to stay.
Okay, now,
Yes.
can we please switch the music to something more comforting now that we're kind of in the safe spot?
Jimmy spot.
I don't know, this ominous music is just getting to me.
Alright.
How long is a long rest?
Like
don't think-
overnight.
I don't think we can long rest yet.
Damn it.
I don't think even 8 hours since our life.
I wake up now that I feel different
Yeah,
than the heat.
there is a very different temperature. One of your feet is hanging outside and the foot is warm and the rest of your leg is cold and you're like, "Ugh," and you pull it in and it's cold and you can pass through this kind of shell of energy whenever you choose.
I take a minute to be just like warm blistering heat. Cool mild temperature. Warm blistering heat.
As he
Can I-
steps
oh,
outside,
Mild temperature.
you all hear, cool, it's giving you a temperature. Just slightly muffled.
Zil, get your
Almost like through a window.
Zil, get your sit here before I feed you to the ostrich. Get your
He's still doing this like hot
Can I
side.
get outside of the
Yeah.
protection shell and look in? Can I see anything?
Make a perception check. The sun is beginning to like set. It's in that one stage where it's about halfway through
I like
the coast.
grab
So, you want to try some temperature?
17.
How about
You see people
roasted
sweating
bunny?
in larger creatures now with shiny metal people, as far as you're concerned. People in shiny armor, making their way, almost like the stormtroopers when they're looking for the droids in one of the first movies. There, those large lizard things. Large creatures that these people are riding as they look for you. They're just slow lumbering.
any of them coming towards me?
Not specifically. They're not like beelining towards you. They're spreading and searching. They don't know anything.
Let's not give them a reason to come this way, Zil.
Yeah.
Get your bunny ass inside the.
I'm not shouting it. I'm just kind of like.
Yeah, but it's getting dark out. Very scary.
Stay in the dome. Stay in the dome. I thought you were having boiled bunny for dinner.
I'm sorry. What's going on? Who's
Get
this
in the
wolf?
zone.
We met
Go back
a
to
new
sleep.
friend. Go back to sleep.
Go back to sleep.
Anyone else hungry?
So hungry. Yes.
Wake up.
If you are hungry, I could provide for you.
Let us return.
We were going to provide for you.
Let's-
Return the
You
favor.
copy her accent, and she goes,
Oh my
I open up my.
I am not one to pass an opportunity.
Can I summon my spirit
Sure.
and have him just be watch out,
Sure. Yeah.
just in case?
Yeah, you
if
just-
anything
Hey,
happens.
this large glowing mist just sits outside of the dome.
That might be like
Well,
that. Look at the large
How
color.
about
You're
the
sure?
invisible-
What do you-
how about the unseen servant then?
The unseen servant, you
Because
can.
he's invisible.
Yes.
What would you, ladies and gentlemen,
For
like
like
for
an
dinner?
hour, he keeps.
Perhaps our guests
Sure.
should choose.
Might as
What
well.
would
Safety
what would
first.
our guests desire for a meal? Anything you would.
I'm relatively simple. I would prefer just some simple breads, and perhaps a beetroot stew of sorts.
Cool. Anybody else have any requests? Steak?
Mulled wine.
Okay, we're not drinking tonight. We have shit to figure.
Fish.
Wow.
Fish.
Immediately shut down.
Anything else? All right. Whatever anyone asks for. Is, your girl.
Water.
Your girl just rolled aristocratic. She rolled an 18.
So-
Woo! We are getting fancy tonight.
No.
Plus the fanciest simple bread and beetroot she's ever had.
It's like artisanal bread.
Yeah, open up the day.
It's artisanal.
Artisanal bread and borscht.
Yeah, it's like
That's what you have.
as it lays on the table.
She kind of pulls her chair over across the sand and I appreciate the repayment of favors. Now, I suppose I would like, as we eat, if I could ask you all different questions on my research subject. I have found quite a bit of information across my travels on this different relative potential, but I do not know necessarily if I have the best information from a practical perspective from across the world. The Libetian regime is somewhat limiting in their exposure of their people to the truth. I'm not sure if necessarily too many people would understand, but perhaps you might. I have read of a few different interesting pieces of information concerning individuals that, much like yourself, appear tiefling. While they seemingly are not fully tiefling, and
Oh shit!
have you heard of one of these individuals?
Maybe.
I would hope to see if you would be willing to share, but for now, my research primarily consists on gemstones of immense power and a means of harnessing their power for personal use and even the use in different practical applications. They are similar to a sapphire, but of a teardrop shape.
Hello.
Shut up, Joe.
What?
And I'll just give you the stink eye.
What?
Hey, Zil, check this out. And I drag him still.
I very stinkily look over at Serenity. Is her necklace very visible at this moment?
No, I haven't hid it in my.
Okay, great.
She's
Great.
tucked it in, and
I forgot.
I have run into very few people that have actually run into any of these individuals or these gemstones of power, but I do believe that I have found that these gemstones also have relics, other power that are tied to unknown deities or factions within the pantheon as we know it, that provide different unique powers.
But out of pure curiosity, what would you do if you ever met these strange people?
I would hope to speak to them on the research purposes and understand what their purpose would be. If they are under any direction and acting on a specific cause or will of some being, or if they are the truth. I'm not sure how to say it without seeming dismissing, but just as newborn blind as the rest of us were. And otherwise, I've only run into an account of one person that has ever found a gemstone such as the one I have sought. A former slave trader from the Mist Keep, the best age of Mist Keep, who found it, and over the course of his travels, a Genasi man that discovered this stone and had spoken with numerous people about it, and is now gone missing. I have found a path about his whereabouts, but I have not had a chance to pursue the lead.
Wait, did he? A man.
Did
he tell you how he acquired the gemstone?
What?
Sorry.
I have found information from both the Sandscape repository and Libetian documentation that I may have absconded with of a slave man that discovered the stone within his native country, and may or may not have used it to be readily accounts earlier. But the Genasi man ended up traveling as a sailor quite a bit, as was his whim in his career, and ultimately spent him sailing the seas where when he was lost. And the leads that I have found for the moment will be unspoken. I intend to look into following these leads to fully discover the man and speak to him myself.
Oh, what did you say you had to do with?
He was a slave trader. At the time at which he was active before his disappearance, the Treacherous and the Libet Empire were both owning and utilizing nations.
And what he was?
Seemingly a Genasi. A Genasi that, as unsensitive as it would be, seemed to find joy in the sea.
Did you want some?
I've never met him. I just found records of information on his existence and then eventual disappearance.
You have like
That I
can I see them, please?
that
It's very important to me.
make a persuasion check.
Okay.
Let's see. We got 21. We very well couldn't discuss sharing this information. That's another sort of deal. But for the moment, I was interested in hearing if you have many of these tiefling-esque individuals and have run into any of these souls, these other potential of power.
I'm curious why you'd be so these people. Apart from there are a lot of rumors and old myths about these people. They're considered demons, very dark and hated.
You have different mythology. Are there numerous of these individuals where you come?
They're not like those stories, but
Relative guidance still, but enough of the presence to catch into the state of legend. Interesting. I would hope to gain information to see if potentially they point me in the direction of the gemstone or the potential power that I can research. Yeah.
There are things I want to say, but I don't want to because I'm navigating right now in my head. So, I know, and it's hard.
Shush. If you have nothing good, don't say anything else.
This is just you're eating your steak.
Well, no, not it. I could be a
Well, you can think about it. In the Libet Empire, these people are hated by all, considered great heathens.
No, they are a part of the. My understanding is part of many years of research in parsing the doctrine of the triadic church, trying to find a means of understanding the different gods, understanding the approved three, and coming to learn that their assigned doctrine is not necessarily the modern. Once you begin to pass the curtain, you can't help but see the entire world on the other side. These beings forward by teaching that they were simply another individual structure on the outside of the curtain. You are struggling with the loss of a loved one. I see. A member of your group? You are all fairly young, but...
More like a mom?
One of your child Sasuke who's, like, sitting down next to him and just trying to, like, comb her hair out of her face and it not look like a big dead mess. And she's putting her mom back together into a more personal fashion. I see. Well, I was acquainted with the Church of the Triad and learned a great deal of faith before learning the inherent truth. I am aware of it means that I could potentially help, but once again, I do not know how much you know of my doctrine, but that would be another deal we could make.
Why which one do you use?
The devil.
I mean, did you roll a check on the holy symbol?
I don't remember. I think somebody did.
Nobody does.
No, they just rolled low.
I think I rolled.
Okay. You know that it is a dark.
Original flawed character.
Yep.
And who's the mistress, the deceiver, the fuck it was.
Yeah, she's the mistress of deals. Her whole thing is making deals and having assurance. She's bureaucracy, the god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Ooh. So, could we discuss what do you know of information on these individual stones or objects of immense power?
First of all, how do you plan to use this information?
I am conducting research. It would be helpful to research to be able to have insights from across the world. I have very little information given to me from my relatively recent absconding from the Libet Empire and approaching and arriving at the repository before it was laid to sea. And my fleeing from there left very little information for the repository, so I need any information.
But why? I guess. What
Once you have glimpsed the truth, you not want to know.
So you
know that's real.
Have you been to the Libet?
Nope.
Then you've been there.
Yeah.
Then you should be aware as well. The Triadic Church is an extremely present force, and their doctrine is absolutely his law. They run in their own control the king. So we know, growing up in the Libet Empire, of the three approved gods and the heresies of the outside world. Worships. I have to fall into the understanding that the approved gods are misrepresented by the church as a means of control. I wonder if we should be.
Yeah. With that thing hanging around your neck, we're gonna need a little
information. My issue, pick up our holy symbol. Was a individual that was a representative of the Mistress of Deals. As per my custom here, and my learning, deals offer both a sense of security and understand for the obligations that each party has. It's a means of assurance and a means of peace. I have grown very accustomed to making them. While we still hold my worship to Mistress of Deals as the acolyte of all, I am hopeful more and more of this rather than the teachings of the Libet Empire, which for the most part focus on making these deals for yourself, or at very fair deals for remote device and enrich society. Make the world a bit more about a little bit more simply about.
About plots, like not really about like the details of his deals.
You know the worshiper? All that you know is that you don't know anything else about
He came back. You know he came back to life.
Yeah, but what about the...
Oh, we don't
it. You know about the deals.
know about the one. I got it. When we're trying to get us all on the peace plan. I turned it off.
So, I hope I offer no offense. I apologize just that. It's been my life to make these deals and make fair deals.
Well,
Whatever I can.
is there anything else I can maybe deal with to see those records?
Oh, absolutely. We can discuss what would be of interest and what I could provide for you as information. In what would be willing to pay?
Well, that makes sense. I'm gonna have to think about it.
Not with me. Feels like a strong heart.
And so,
That's okay. It's really funny.
I understand your side. Not of the same opinion as my rapper here. But at one point, you know someone also followed this person and they right give me a deal and over everything.
Yeah, so that's why I'm a little hesitant.
Is that his word outside of the Libet Empire?
It kind of can for this person who knew it was. I want to compare it to.
My interests are on behalf of my research in the personal state. Well, I can show you information from the findings on these gemstones, as well as information on the different potential. I know of one at the very least. One that before entering any agreement, is a smoldering mask. Provides power to it where
No, it's just the last time. Oh,
no.
I wanted to we heard about.
Yeah, how was it you heard about at the very least?
It's a demon.
Oh, the new one you made for... Okay. It's the new one you heard about it. Heard. Interesting. Maybe get his power from these gems.
I think that these gems are power sources. I believe that these relics are also containing power from extremely powerful agent. That is why I seek information on these enigmatic figures, to see if they might provide me more information on these stones or these relics.
This is just a question. My only question is,
Yeah.
so all has gemstones.
You have one from the start. You have one that you took from Flawed.
I have one right now.
Yeah. You have one that you took from
The
Flawed.
one for Vlad is currently injured.
Yeah.
Oh,
So Judith has one. You have one from Peggy, and you have one that was in you.
That's been. He had part of one. And then shattered that.
You have like I think one more piece.
I think we have the actual. I have one.
Okay.
Sometimes it's something we try to do it.
You guys have run into 4 of these stones. You have 3 of them, 3.5 of them on you.
We know there should be
So,
right gods, and we put together it's 15 gods. There should be 15. Yeah, they are literally. I'm very curious. You want to study these gems to get learn about the house to do what? Create a great weapon.
do I understand?
To be honest.
Which I understand these are objects of power that the minute that is moved across them, it's very heavily on the research, seizing much research that I already did.
That is things gems are very powerful. I've never found that I've heard of them before. Not very much is known about them.
That is true.
Um,
I merely heard of their existence.
I have heard that they created by God themselves.
Which of the gods?
Very ancient one.
See. Well, at any of the interests. But I suppose this information I could offer you for different laws. Would you be interested for information or not really more particular?
Wait, you know?
The offer 4 different deals, the allocators or not, of information or just restoration and revival of magic.
Okay.
Did we already make a deal? What
Yeah, we don't know. I didn't do that.
Oh, so she's
Jenny and Refer made us open transaction at the I could teach you other things of this stones. I could teach you how to potentially harness their powers should you ever run across them. As I am not convinced that you are fully selling me the truth. Yeah. The first agreement we could make is that information that a god Jimson, as we then take into call them, may be found and information individual religion that I've spoken of so far. In turn, I would hope that potentially could find the means of safeguarding. Well, probably not directly, but where we may have a shade side or where you want to be from this, you not to be Carthian individuals. That perhaps we choose a location that could be enough to ensure that I could find up the Libetian forces.
Considering your what part of you about that?
That would I'm rapidly learning that kind of doctrine that I've been told is the truth, is not the truth. And so what I have heard of the Libet Empire is that they are heretics, liars, and murderers. That must by everyone else be true. Eventually that will be untrue.
Those heretics. Yep, pretty much.
I would offer you information on this Nazi, the one that has found one of these stones, to ensure my protection while within your mountain. Would that be fair?
I'll do it for the rest of the like, you do it for anyone.
I know what this is about. Let's see you guys.
Yeah, no.
You're seeing them all guys the whole time.
Yeah, so we want to fish.
Right. She like,
Very clear.
doesn't do a deal. Like, no.
Are you information you like to know?
Well, I'm going to pull out symbol of the Libet Empire.
We've worked the failure Vermont.
Well, then,
We can guarantee.
I will appreciate this and your teams. Who speak of group of the groups within that need you.
Any more of this?
Current deal.
I'd like to know also what meaning the sand below attack.
I'm like full of science, but I'm like,
At this moment, if they have sent words to me, you must be in traps, raiding them after later to collect the lace.
I'm sorry, what?
You have fought this.
I'll let you watch it.
I really would reply. Even your written correspondence that I took me, so that should you any information that I feel compelling, you need not treat me as an utterly courage pseudo. That's your one that I would try with you. But scenario that could choose. I could provide information on one or potentially more of these pre-vault chat. This gold gemstones and others. I could offer you this information. Would that have been of any interest to you?
We want pretty much all the information we have on people, on dust, on the map on sail on Sudi's mom max on her
You know who's that point?
we keep safe. For you to Vermont. Make sure you're safe there. I'm here for you with you.
Hey, for the information, please. I ask that you seek out one of these individuals. You should not be willing to speak, simply offer a portion of their life instead, but with potentially the conversation will be valuable. This is all that is valuable in ways with the achievements.
Around the group. Are we good? I'm comfortable with our it. It's real like sound. Oh, people want to know. Oh, it's good tell you what. You just say that out loud. I want to know. Was talking to this woman about what she is, showing her right on stone, getting her Vermont, keeping her safe. If the woman in turn bringing each other back to life, tells everything of the gemstones, and about the that could possibly have something to do.
I think we need to add something to as well.
Yeah.
Our safety as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we safe if
If we tell you this information, are you going to guarantee that you will try to attack us?
Would I want you to that you have brought her to death? I want
power?
Yeah, I was saying, you
That
don't
is-
know what kind of information that we have.
I give the willingness to create a balanced deal. Should you provide me the information and potentially blood one of these creatures, I can offer you equal measure information with the information of blood from there. And third, you can respect full time. However, doing so would hold me in the necessary for that. As what she is revived, you could leave. What I would is for a discovering and pairing with a volunteer gemstone, as I think I will call them. I wish to find myself in a position of one of these surprises.
What if we told that's not awesome?
I'm not sure it's possible. I think you don't get why you do it for.
I found a location whether but it is too big for me to retrieve myself.
We can do that.
We can help if you tell us where it is.
Then we must agree to the deal before I divulge this information. What's also the place to find this artifact of Libet Empire that I then have you to leave. I'm not entering the place for this information.
Are we all comfortable with the deal? Mutual protection, everyone comes in and everyone shares all their information. And wouldn't we want to go against it now? Before I
Jack. Yeah.
And you think that I have all of these three costs?
How's that work? I'm looking to us.
Yeah, sure.
This is my
She holds her hand out, wait for a moment.
I'm gonna grab it.
Grab it, shake her hand. As this happens, she pulls a parchment from the side, inside the chair, drawer, and just scribbles up and hands it over to you. Now, if you could carry them upstairs and grab a sheet, then I have printed and forgotten what it maybe it out. It is on my side table. Thank you. There's two of them. So that I... Yes.
So, how often would she change the parchment that our names are on? Like, would she, like, yeah, just so she can see it, and then she puts it away, and then she doesn't realize it until she gets well out of our range.
No, I was out here trying it. I feel like she would all want
Yeah.
Giselle, I will...
Great.
Okay. You're good with contract by again.
It's real.
Yeah, make new contracts, so they're out of their agreements. Yeah.
I love the dyslexic ones.
Yeah, okay. Then someone read it.
Learn, Sarah?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just gonna be
Excuse me for my confusion. This contract by end receives into the chosen escalation for an unending period of time. What this contract is given by an agreement on both on the part of parties. Oh my god. On agreeing to sign this contract, this recipient about their agreed obligations and parameters and the fact as is prescribed. All completed of the obligations outside of the enterprise, the first pact is considered complete. This pact better. The site Dynix, E1 and us agrees to violate the police services and are setting conditions, allowing them to meet outside on the term sign. During this rest period, describe Dynix needs to share minor information to be useful in avoiding future dangers, including unlocking to potential.
It's supposed to be here is a difference. Because assuming you would have took away, but she has no idea these elements. So we're going to say, I'll teach you how to unlock that, but you have to inspect it while we're
Okay.
But that's not thing, so he offered you a deal for protection and the chance at for you got some information in your travels.
Okay.
That was already done, and now what you get to pick from is only different clause.
The price gives her
That one just says that this contract as a whole is a thing. You can choose anything while you're with this zone to accept 1, 2, or 3. They not have to show is one. You would just, even if this contract is not on you or anything like that, this is binding kind of thing. We made a deal kind of thing for all of these clauses.
Okay.
You otherwise from all which is we had a big conversation.
Yeah.
Okay, so clause 1. This round, Dynix agrees to provide information on an individual that was discovered. That was an individual that will discover about tiers. Potentially provide insights and providing a lead for share information from the identified individual. This would be for the demise. There could be entries to ensure that no one of Dynix in the event that she travels around the empire. Technology protecting her Dynix while within the long-term privilege. So basically, speak to support.
Yeah.
Clause 2. The tribe Dynix agrees to provide information on more of the potential relics of the god that include useful to their saints and information on the first spring of potential coming at no cost to the recipient, being guaranteed to be in and yet information on relics coming at agreed on cost. At the end of these two provide no less than 1 drop of blood to describe Dynix for her research purposes. That's the vials and storage provided by Dynix. Clause 3. This Dynix agrees to regulate one of the companions that have been lost in place of death and the Dynix will temporarily take ownership of the creature's soul to restore the creature. The recipient agrees to ownership of the creature to restore your soul collateral and to take collect and bear content to God to your gemstone of soul there. At which portion of the structure and soul of your soul transformed Dynix to the recipient, then to the subjugated powering it or simply completing it to the creature of the Christ.
So the third one is what we want.
But we want all of it. I'm looking for it. So this order is in contract, but 11 is ready.
Yes.
Look up better at so there.
Yes, the individual that comes to any amount of illumination research, individual who's stolen that I appear to have found a window. What is this individual?
Not particularly, but I'm just any other person. They might any other opportunity.
No, all I heard is that it is a individual of considerable power. This individual moment, I'm not sure if it is faster for the deep senses of this particular individual idol or production of a central cult that has from the means of traveling power within the crystal mass. I would expect that particularly once in portion of this stone, I may find further research and understand that.
So you want to keep this down?
It holds these on soul and collateral. Still keep stone.
I was like, I want you to think more pit after a single piece.
Yes.
You have that specific I don't know what color, but we just guarantee you walk away with a.
Potentially, that is one I know. Given that I have the majority of my research, I would prefer that particular stone. Persuasion check.
Okay, she had 23? 19?
I suppose it could be investigated in the stones, but I would prefer that enjoying research. These ones are rare. I would not expect you to have a leader on as such. I find it a somewhat of a to provide more information to take it. Otherwise, you know, living yourself so to take this on from.
We can guarantee that we are contract us still. However, there's a very few of them interest in particular when we are looking.
You see it's the best.
I don't know if it's that. But only until we find it. That's it.
I'm running this.
Guaranteed is one absolute one we need.
I suppose that is a surprise.
All you create, all you.
And you would be willing to give me one of these stones at this moment. You have one in your possession?
Give me one.
How long do you provide it to?
Just look at that sweet home.
I suppose in a land when you do find this and you can't just direct me a donation, or if time is enough, I can simply come call in voice stone whenever it comes. It's like it. And as just a message, I can form a search with the information provided me through the ideas sometime. We find this, so we can keep it, and I will throw in information about how long it takes. Especially if you have one in your possession, then now, make it, use it, until I have it.
Fair enough.
Then you'll have one. She'll hand out for all three of us.
All three.
Make sure the service is
Too late now.
Oh, it's made.
So, she snaps her fingers and catches her bird.
That is concerning.
Yep.
What do you do?
A made one.
I appreciate your kind of information so far, but how close? Because it's. Would you wish to the information on this Genocide? Would you wish to know more important?
You already need the information on that.
You are city.
Yeah.
Okay. She kind of waves her hand over, just two fingers out, and the table that you all had at that point is cleared and empty. He pulls from scene door a long, way too long map, like it shouldn't fit in the drawer. And she kind of pulls out across the length of the tape, and on it is a map of the world with journey lines, but precisely at every side, but mostly across, which you know to be going on primarily the Jokia Kingdom, and then the Sardak Waste, and then an island in the middle of this, and the Sapphire Sea Bay. Actually, this way would be up top, and then we have a long time over here. It's like down along, they would go down to along the whole northern coast of the Jokia Kingdom. Then across the kind of western coast of the Sardak before turning at many points to an island kind of chain in the middle of this Sapphire Sea's ocean. So you can go overlap, right there, yeah.
Three.
Oh!
That's it.
The information that I have gathered on this individual is that he was a man that trafficked in many slaves but never did take insects. Pouring vast quantities of money into his business, he made him shipping his crew in a comfortable state of living, while seemingly taking the savings army that he had at home, living the rest of his whole life. At this point, he would travel across the Sapphire Seas, collecting and purchasing slaves from the collection of his notes that I was at, and then mysteriously vanished for some time. Before returning, having lost all of his slave power.
Did you see it again?
I guarantee there's
So a little smile there.
This is me going.
Keeping the whole city. Is he going to make a city?
Who's the candidate? You're commenting this girl.
City weaklings without
They would have heard about them now.
Wanna drop the fame?
Like,
Let's have a
really good dip. Well, let's go to Sky and find out.
That is so true.
Why?
Oh, yeah.
I can understand. Say like.
That's what the map said.
Yeah, you wait. You're like.
That's what the map said. That's map said.
It was mentioned that we didn't know necessarily that there's an existence of time. Who knows necessarily that the when it was actually discovered? Who discovered this? But it is here. This is its name. That I can find. That is the information that I have on the house.
Thank you.
However,
I was wondering.
free of any obligation to provide you information on an artifact of intent or refuge. Mirth. Like M-I-R-T-H and then G-U-I-S-E. The map is owned by other captain in the Second Seas. They don't need one. Use the power as a product to hit down ships and fight some too. But most of 120 is crazed and dangers of its inherent bodies. His crew is most capable of returning to watching the world. He has developed for treasure places. His efforts somewhere in the Southeast have used water guarded by his pet. That is not necessarily this the same character seems to be this guy's there's only will and spirit, but often his period falls afoul of any of such seems to find him. Now, all to say is necessarily that he is owned by this individual leader. But they, of course, all person necessarily barely important may be at Libetia. These effects, they are once of this. I can say is a frequent environment. And that renowned and understanding of this as insane as it can be. Do need to let the environment over to Albine or another and to pay for the and his business. Maybe then you find you wish to seek out the for your own use. Slash up screen.
Yeah. I mean,
Bubbles is a sound also in that Sapphire Sea Bay.
Oh boy. Serenity.
Kind of by the alley.
Okay.
Right
yeah,
around
that seems like ice.
Those are cool
Stop
stuff.
all these in this
Another information that I help with. We can get to that, but do you wish to know more of the different gemstones or the events? You have questions? So then, and she kind of fully stuffs it in the drawer, and she pulls from under her robe a large tome. She sets on the table. I have to make a research.
I should have conjures. No, what do you think of these gems? What do you think they are?
These gemstones are just like power that I'm unsure of. I'll give it an approach. Thing comes from nothing. Should manage to collect